Good morning, Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears friends. This is Jennifer. I'm here on the gorgeous new Disney Treasure. So I wanted to take you on a walk with me early this morning to see what this space looks like before it fills up with people. So stick around. Well, I am getting started here on the 5th level of the Grand Hall because I wanted you to get a beautiful view of this chandelier on this ship. It is just gorgeous. It's not lit up exactly like this all of the time, so wanted you to see the purples and yellows and a little bit of the oranges in there. What I did learn, I took a ship tour at the beginning of this sailing, and what I did learn is that each of the sides of the chandelier, the little individual lights that are hanging down, all have a symbol to represent the other Disney ships that are currently in operation. So the Magic, Wonder, Dream, Fantasy, Wish all have an icon on the chandelier. But needed to come down here to really get started because it's just so pretty. It's hard, like no video will do it justice. The colors don't come through anywhere. But yeah, one thing I wanted to show you is that if you notice the carpet down there, it's like a waterfall, and actually the entire staircase is built to be the waterfall going down into the main lobby. And the details in this carpet are just adorable. Can't get enough of it. Okay. Well, on this main level of the Grand Hall, so when you walk in, the first thing you see when you walk in on the Disney Treasure, these are the doors that you walk through. And the first thing that you see is this gorgeous Grand Hall. And there are characters up and on stage. And then you walk in and see Aladdin and Jasmine. And directly to my left is 1923. 1923 is one of the rotational dining restaurants here on the ship. There are two sides. There's the Walt Disney side, and then there is the Roy Disney side. And they're very similar, though the artifacts in each are slightly different. But both of the restaurants are filled with artifacts from the Walt Disney history. So fascinating restaurants. The food is fantastic. I mean, it's a Disney cruise ship, lots of different food options. Last night we were in the Walt Disney side for the second night of our rotation, and they have the captain's dinner, which is even a higher end meal. And so we had some lovely lobster tails and way too much food. I mean, you always eat too much on, on a Disney cruise. But also down here is some of your high-end shopping. So if you are looking for that signature piece or just your next diamond necklace, Rolex watch, look no further. I just love walking around the Grand Hall because it's so pretty. More shopping. And then here we find the Skipper Society. The Skipper Society is one of the lounge bar areas on the ship. The details are fantastic. The furniture is so comfortable. I'm surprised at how comfortable some of these chairs are. But this is a space where they also do crafts and activities. So, you know, if you're enjoying some family time, this is where you will do some of those crafts and trivia activities. And I have to bring you into some of these seating areas so you can check out all of the details in these spaces. And in this place, you just have to read everything. It cracks me up with this, the Skipper Society Club rules. All of them are so funny. But even if you're reading down a little bit, it says management is not responsible. Period. Management is not responsible. That's about right for the Skipper Society. Oh, and they also have music here in the late afternoons and evenings. So fantastic entertainment everywhere on the ship. And while we can't go in right now, this is where you will find the Haunted Mansion parlor. The lights aren't on just yet. But I've shared a ton of pictures. We'll share a ton of pictures. That is probably the neatest theme on any cruise ship that I've ever been on. Of course, more shopping. Lots of Tommy Bahama in there, as well as jewelry, luggage that we might need to purchase to get everything home. But yeah, the Haunted Mansion lounge it's like sitting inside the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney World or Disneyland. It's super cool. So here we have the Walt Disney Theater. The Walt Disney Theater is where the main stage productions will take place. So far we've seen Seize the Adventure. Last night we were lucky enough to be surprised by a performance by Susan Egan. Susan Egan was Meg in Hercules and also originated the role of Belle on Broadway. And it's just one of my favorites. So I couldn't believe that she's on our ship. All of the hallway staircases have main art, and here we've got Genie and Aladdin. Oh, and she was fantastic. Just what a treat. And then tonight we get to see the Beauty and the Beast musical, which is similar to the one on the Disney Dream. And then tomorrow night, we'll finally get to see Moana, the Moana musical that was created specifically for the Disney ships. Here in Preludes is where they will sell popcorn, refillable popcorn buckets, and some goodies before the show if you're interested. Oh boy. I apologize if my voice is a little tired. I am a little tired. The beds are so comfortable. It was so hard to get myself up this morning, but I really wanted to be able to walk around before everyone else was awake. So I'm going to go back through the Skipper Society. And bring you on through on this end. So here is another lounge on the ship. It's called the Soul Cat Lounge. It's the piano bar. And again, I can't imagine any of these spaces are actually open. Yep. Maybe it is open. And so again, just another beautiful space for a drink, some entertainment. They do some of the tasting classes in here. This bar is really nice because it's an indoor-outdoor space. And so even if they're doing a tasting class, the lounge can still be open right here. All right, where to next? Oh, well, I guess I will stop here for a moment. So this is one of the entrances to the Oceaneers Club. The Oceaneers Club is the kids club. Ages 3 to 10 are allowed to be part of the Oceaneers Club. And this slide goes down down to the club. You can also check in on the second level as well. I've got a whole video of the Oceaneers Club on the let's see, it says Oceaneer Club right here. On the Disney Wish, it's exactly the same on this ship. So definitely check that out. It's on the Disney Wish. And we've got some folks having a great time. I'm gonna go out up to the next level here. Walking up our waterfall to a place where I've spent a little bit of time. This is the Hey Hey Cafe. Good morning. And the Hey Hey Cafe is one of the coffee places. Oh, and you have to just look at these details. It's one of the coffee bars, but it's also a full service bar as well. So they've got some drinks that they can make here as well. But a great place to grab your morning latte. And I think they're about $4.50 for a double latte in the morning. So not bad at all. And then walking down a little bit, this is Hook's Barbery. Hook's Barbery is a barber shop, but it's also a speakeasy. So you can see in there the barbershop pieces, and then behind these doors right here, great details, are the doors for the liquor cabinet. And that's where you will find, well, with some of the best bartenders, but where you will find the best whiskey, bourbon drinks that you've ever had. They legitimately know what they are doing. And if I pop right back here, again, we are on the 4th deck right now. This is the Worlds of Marvel dining restaurant. And of course, not open right now, but the detail is just great. Worlds of Marvel, again, exists on the Disney Wish, or on the Disney Treasure, and then it will also be on the Disney Destiny. Even the elevator lobbies are just gorgeous. Everything is gorgeous, from the light fixtures to the carpet to the designs on the top of the elevators. This ship is stunning. But the Disney Treasure, Wish, and the new Destiny ship that are coming out will have the Worlds of Marvel restaurant. The first show is the same as the one on the Disney Wish. And then there's a second show that we will get to see tonight with Groot. And it looks fantastic. Groot and Rocket, I believe. And this is the Untangled Salon. The Untangled Salon is for the ladies, sort of like the Bippity Boppity Boutique for moms, for those of us too old to take advantage of those experiences. But it's more than that. But you can get, your manicures, your pedicures. You can get a haircut, hairstyle, you name it. And a few more details here. And then I'm going to walk through on this way, just so you can see the guest services locations. They're all individual stations. And it's handy if you need to make any adjustments to your plans. For me, I was loading Disney gift cards onto my account. I always buy Disney gift cards in advance of my Disney cruises and then load them to my account as soon as I get on the ship, so that I'm spending down on that. And then when I get off, I don't have that hefty credit card bill from all of our drink tastings or excursions or other activities on the ship. We have a photo package. We purchased the internet package. So almost everything that you could want to do really is included, but there are a few things that are extra. Excursions are, a hefty cost. If If you can hear the music in this hallway, it's so interesting. You walk right into this hallway here by this activities and theater space. It's called Sarabi, and you are immediately transposed to the animal kingdom world. Sarabi is named after the mother in the Lion King, and it even the sense, it's like walking into Animal Kingdom Lodge. And again, there are some snacks here too. So it's just so interesting. And then here is one of the cinema areas. Let's see if it's open. There are 2 theaters on the Wish and the Treasure and the soon-to-be Destiny. Let's see if it's open. It is. And they're not large, but they show movies all day. These are pretty much entirely movie spaces. And again, the details in here are adorable as well. If you even look at the wall sconces. Since we were in the Neverland Cinema, we've got Tink. Tink is in the wall sconces, but then even if you look at all the decor, we've got TikTok Croc. The carpeting has a theme. The details are just amazing everywhere you look. We've got more Tink just kind of floating through. She's appearing and reappearing. I mean, it's just something else. And then there's a whole mural over here for the Neverland Cinema. And at the end of this hallway is an upper seating for the Walt Disney Theater. And when I go on the other side, we've got the next movie theater. So you saw Alice. So this is now the Wonderland Cinema. And again, it's decorated for Alice in Wonderland. So the layout is exactly the same, but the decor is different. I'm not going to go into this one, but let's look at the doorknobs, and even the floor entries are decorated. All right, so I'm going to head up to the next level from here and show you what Sarabi looks like from the top. And they do many, many activities in that space. So they will have bingo there, lots of trivia. We saw a show, an Indiana Jones themed show. Choose Wisely is what it was called, and it was just hilarious. It was sort of like a choose your own adventure, but they showed you the wrong choice and then the right choice, a comedy act. And you know, I was sitting there thinking, who writes these things? But it was so entertaining. Here's another beautiful space. You know, on this ship and all the ships, one of the things that really gets me is that you have the same cast members in the evening as you do in, you know, early in the day, serving you early in the day. So the gentleman that was setting up at the coffee bar, his name is Bam Bang. In the evenings, he will work at, I'm going this way. He will work at Hook's Barbery. And so you'll see him first thing in the morning when you're barely awake, and then he's there working in the evening right before you go to bed. The same thing with, you know, our dinner servers. We see them at breakfast in the Marceline Market, which is basically the buffet area. And after dinner, we have late dinner. I'm ready for bed. My kids aren't, they're still hanging out, but I'm ready for bed. So I finish dinner, I go to bed, and then I'm up first thing in the morning, and there they are working again. So they are some of the hardest working people probably in the world. So here we are at the upper level of Sarabi. So Sarabi has 2 levels. I'm going to see if I can get in. If not, I will. They have a lot of the adult only activities up here as well. Oh yeah, it's open. Sweet. So here's the upper level. So you can come here for some of like the smaller activities. Apparently up in this area, as I digress again, up in this area there are 5 hidden Mickeys, and I, for the life of me, cannot find all 5 of them. I find like 3 at a time, but certainly can't find 5. So if you're here for more of a theatrical event or bingo, you can, upper layer, lower level, all the spaces are packed. And if you're here for a smaller activity, some of the trivias, some of the more interactive activities, and they will predominantly use the lower level. And then in the evenings, they do have a lot of adult-only activities up here as well. Though nothing inappropriate, but just spaces that are specifically geared toward adults later in the evening, because the kids have their spaces. The kids' activity spaces are open late in the day. We've got another lounge here, Triton Lounge, where my family won trivia. Winning trivia is a big deal because you get a rubber medal, and so you have to enjoy those medals. They're hard to come by. Some of these trivias are super hard, but I did not need to help. And then over here we've got the Periscope Pub, which is another lounge area. Not sure if this one's open. Looks like it is. And so this is a 20,000 League Under the Sea experience. And they've got some small bites and other items that you can purchase here as well. And again, I'm mentioning a lot of these shops, you can come on a Disney ship and spend very little more than what you paid. Your excursions will cost extra. Like I said, internet is an extra fee. They open this way. Those are large expenses for us because we purchased them for the whole family. Your alcoholic beverage tasting seminars are additional fees, spa experiences, but the shows are included. Your food is included. All of your, sodas, coffee, as long as it's not the specialty coffees, iced tea, juices, milk, room service, that's all included. To include Mickey bars. My kids love that. They've always loved that. And, let's face it, I do too. So, all right. Got one more space I would like to show you. And then here's what the chandelier looks like most of the rest of the day. So it goes to sleep with the rest of us. When it's later, it goes to that purple, yellow, orange coloring. And now during the day, it's more of the yellow orange. Just like the sun. Oh goodness, 2 more spaces because can't miss Mickey's Main Sale. Mickey's Main Sale is one of the main merchandise shops on the ship. Forgot to mention you can spend a lot of money on merchandise, and I have, in fact, I'm wearing my new Spirit jersey that I purchased from the Disney Treasure. If you want to look at your photos, there are kiosks here where if you take a photo with any of the photographers during your sailing, the kiosks are right here to take a look at those pictures. I recommend downloading them before you leave the ship. If you've already purchased a photo package, you can download them after the fact, but if you haven't, they purge those photos. They no longer exist after you get off the ship. So if you did not purchase a photo package, if you did not purchase your photos, then they will disappear when you get off the ship. So you have to do that while you're here. And then for those Disney Vacation Club members or soon-to-be members, here you can learn more about the Disney Vacation Club, which is Disney's timeshare experience. And then here is another one of the coffee bars. This is the Jade Cricket Cafe. And I just love this space. The theming is beautiful. And then even the details here, it says right on the mirror, the flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. And then here we have our Jade Cricket mascot. And something else I learned on the tour is that on the ceiling, there are all of these cricket cages, but they're all open because the crickets are not captive and they are hanging out up here on the top of this top cricket cage. So they're having fun as well. And a few more views of the merchandise. All the things I think you'd expect. Both of my kids want to buy blankets. We do not need another blanket in the house, but that's what will be happening. They love shopping for blankets. Good morning. All right. And you know, I totally forgot one other space here down at the end of the hall. So we will head there. And that is Coco. It is another one of the rotational dining restaurants. So on Disney Cruise Line, you have each of the ships has 3 rotational dining restaurants. You'll eat at all of them, and your serving team will follow you to each of the different locations. So they get to know you, get to know what you like, you know, sodas, teas. I always, you know, will have an iced tea. And so after the first night, every time we went into one of the rotational dining restaurants, our servers had our beverages ready for us already. If you purchase a wine package, you can do that, and they will cork up your wine, save it for you for your next evening, or you're welcome to take it with you. But again, the details in this space are absolutely amazing. Even the bathrooms are themed. Leave it up to Disney Cruise Line. When we, on the Disney ships, they have Imagineering the Disney Ships tour. They talk about the ships and the details. And they said, and our tour guide, her name is Hannah. She was, we met her on the Disney Magic last year. What a riot. She's such a treat. But she said that, you know, and this is pretty obvious, that when Disney was first building the ships, they really wanted spaces that were still very highly themed, but not necessarily Disney themed for the adults, expecting that the adults, you know, really wanted to be on a ship, wanted to be entertained, but wanted spaces separate from Disney. And they're realizing that that a lot of the adults who sail on Disney ships are Disney fans themselves. That's one of the reasons why they're here. Look at this. This is the ofrenda from Coco. If you're familiar with the movie, you've got Grandma Coco right in the middle. It's just the coolest space. But then Disney Cruise Line realized, hey, we have legitimate Disney fans who, you know, want spaces that are potentially, you know, adult exclusive spaces from times, but want that Disney theming there. So that is the focus of these newer ships. They've gone back in some of the legacy ships and added in like the Soul Cat Lounge and a little bit more theming there. But here we've got the full-on, you know, haunted mansion parlor. You know, on the Wish, you've got, you know, the Star Wars parlor, so the hyperspace lounge. So all of the spaces here have some Disney theming. So very cool. At Coco, they have a show for each of the dinner seatings, and they are the same, or they are different for each of the seatings. So we've only eaten there once. We'll have a different show the next time we eat there in a couple of days. But here we go. Oh, I just love walking down this hallway. If you are familiar with the Wish, this is Arendelle on the Wish. So this is your Frozen themed restaurant. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that Disney Cruise Line understands that families want what they call me time and we time. So they want each person, each level, age group to feel like they've got something just for them, but that there are plenty of spaces for everyone to be together as well. And so you've got those opportunities throughout with the kids clubs. And then, with the adult spaces, the 18 plus activities. So I got the menu there. My kids are aging out of the kids clubs very soon here. My oldest, this is her last sailing in Vibe, which is the teen club. So she will be doing the 1820 Society. Like, I can't even get over the fact that is what's happening so quickly here. But she will be in the 1820 Society next time we sail. But Vibe is the teen club, so that's 14 to 17. They also have a tween club called Edge, which is ages 11 to 14. And those spaces are completely age appropriate, all of the activities. But both of my kids have been really enjoying their time in Vibe. They get to know people, they play games. I think they were there until probably 12:30 or so. I guess, we will sit here. I was fast asleep, but they were there until 12:15 last night. Vibe had a Crash the Oceaneers Club, or they get to play in the little kids club at 12:15, because it was after the Oceaneers Club had closed, of course, for the littles, the ages 3 to 10 were already in bed. So here's a detail I was trying to show a little bit before, but the staircase, I was having a little bit of trouble with my gimbal. The staircase is built to be a waterfall effect. And then there's the waterfall. All right. Oh, what a great place. Lots of seating here. I haven't taken advantage of half the ship yet, and this is a 7-night sailing, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do it all. Thank you for joining me on my walk around the Grand Atrium on the Disney Treasure. Again, this ship is gorgeous. I can't wait to sail on her again, and we're not even done yet. So I hope you learned a little bit about the ship. Please reach out if you've got any questions about booking a Disney World, Disneyland, Disneyland Paris, Aulani, Adventures by Disney, National Geographic Adventures, Orlando, Universal Orlando, Universal Hollywood Vacation. We are here at Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears to help you out. And again, I hope that you have a great day. And until next time, enjoy the journey.